Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bolaji James and this is Uncle B Media Network. In this video, I'll show you how to create an elegant e-commerce website like this, the one you are seeing on the screen here now, and show you how to create this beautiful call to action. I'll also show you how to integrate payment gateway, how to create a Paystack account and link it to your WooCommerce website so that you can receive repayment from your customers and get your money in your bank account. Also, I'm going to show you how to process orders when customers eventually buy from you, how to treat your orders from the time of processing and get it delivered to your customers, then change the status to completed. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and without much ado, let's get right into the video. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so we're going to do this website in a few series of steps. I made a crash writing of what steps we're going to take right here on my notepad, though basically there are some things we may need to do that I didn't list here, but this is just a guide for us as we continue in what we do. So first, we're going to need a hosting and domain, which I want to believe you are not new to, but if you are new, you find so many channels, so many videos on this channel talking about how to get domain and hosting. And the hosting and domain that I recommend, the links to such hosting and domain, they are in the description of the video. You can go there, get your hosting and domain, and watch videos. If you are a newbie, watch my video on how to buy your hosting and domain, and as well as how to get started with WordPress, even though we are still going to treat how to get started with WordPress right here. So but basically you need to get your hosting and domain, so I won't be covering this in this tutorial, so I'll just skip this because I want to believe that anybody creating an e-commerce website is not really new, because e-commerce website is not really easy stuff. Basically I believe you are not new. Okay, so once you've gotten your hosting and domain, and we can now have access to this place, which is a cPanel. So and the next thing we want to do from our guide here is installing WordPress. So for us to install WordPress, all we need to do on our control panel is to scroll down to the software area here, and we can see WordPress Manager by Softaculous, or we go down to Softaculous app installer and click on WordPress. So whichever one, that will take us to the same place. And once we have this, we simply click on install. Let this load up. Okay, so once this load up, we click on install. Never mind my network, so we pick HTTPS as I always advise, or you pick this if you want www to be added, so whichever one. Then if you are a starter and you just have one domain, you don't need to select domain, it will be on your main domain. But since I have multiple domains here, and I have subdomains, and of course for this tutorial I'm going to be using a subdomain basically, so because of that I need to make choice. So I'm going to use this one, this WP demo, and of course whatever the case may be, whether you have one domain or 10 domain, you still need to remove this. So once you remove this, then the next thing is to give your site a name. and I'm going to use exactly what we have here. So and the name here is JMath, so that is James Math. All right, so then here we're going to say your best fashion plug. All right, then here instead of admin here we change this to just give it a username, any good username of your choice. Then I'm going to hide this and create a password. I'm going to hide this and I'll create a password. So okay, so once you create that, then of course your admin email, which you ought to have created before now, so that will be there. And then the next thing is just scroll down and click on install, and this should be done within 30 seconds or thereabout. So, and that is it. So congratulations, you've been able to install WordPress on your website. So we are done with installing WordPress, and the next step is themes and plugins. So let's go in right there. Let's go in right there. So we go to go back to the website. Now when we install, definitely we have two links. The first one is the front page of our website where the word sits and of course the second one is our back end where we operate our website from. So I think we are done with these two. So what do? I'll close this and close this other one. So now we can start building our website. So right now this is how our website looks like. So we can start working on it now, and we want to get something like this. So we're going to get there. So we will need to transform this into something like this, not just this page but every other thing we have here, like this, like all, we have the everything, there's a different products like that. We have the menus and all of that. So we want to get all of this, so we start, and I believe we can get there in the next few hours. Okay, so wow, this is still loading up. What's happening? What page is not found? What did I click that you are not finding? Okay, so this should be, so in case you encounter the same thing, normally when you want to log into your dashboard, is your website address /wp admin. So I don't know what its problem is that is telling me is not found. Let me see. What did I use? Was it this? Let me see. Okay, so what was it that you are not finding? All right, so let's go now, but before we go to the themes and plugin, if you look at this place, we have one update here, which means there's a plugin that needs to be updated, but basically we don't need this. All we need to do is go to this place and remove it. So we need to delete these two plugins that were pre-installed. Select the two of them, click on bulk actions, and say delete. Alright, so we delete these two off. Alright, so once we delete that, then we can now proceed with our own development. So the first thing we need to do is go to appearance and click on theme. Appearance, then we click on theme. Alright, so these are three themes that comes with WordPress. I always advise to delete them and leave just one. So for me, I'm going to activate this one here. Activate this one here. Okay, so this other two, click on details and get it deleted from your website. This, if not, this will be taking more space and also slow down your website. So we delete these two, and then we come up here and say add new, because we are not going to use this one. I'm not going to use this one. So the theme we'll be using for this tutorial is called WP Astra. So always at the top of the page, a very interesting and creative theme. So Astra, we install it. Install Astra, and okay, is installed. The next thing, we activate, and once we activate Astra, we should get this notification at the top here. So but if you don't get it, all you need to do is come back to Astra option here. So you see it here. So if you didn't get that notification at the top, you can see it's still coming back here, so you can see it then. So they say, do you know Astra offers a free library of a starter template, blah 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 and all of that. So we have install importer plugin. That is what it's saying here. It's still the same thing. Whichever one you click on is the same thing. So it's going to, you can see that it's doing the same thing here. It's going to activate. There is a starter template importer that comes with a Astra. So we're going to so when you install it, you may get this notice. Don't mind it, just erase this part of it and leave your normal your website .com whatever /wp admin and go back there, and okay, so it takes you back to this place, and that starter has been activated. But before we continue, there's something I want to do here. I always do this in all my tutorial. Remove all these distractions on the welcome page so that you don't get distracted. So what did I do? Click on screen option and mark out all this. That is what I just did now. So let's go back to that. Since we now have it installed, if you look at it, immediately we install Astra. Let's see. Okay, this is the one. So let's look at this and let's refresh. Now that we have installed Astra, you can see this is what we have here. You understand now? So you can see how our page now looks. So like I always say, the theme is like the architecture of the website. All right, so let's continue. Now we go to appearance, and then we can now say starter template. Starter template. We're going to import a template basically, and that is how we got this. We're going to import a template, and then we are going to edit most of the basic aspect of it. All right, basically why I'm importing the template is just to make the job faster and easier. So scroll down here and click on build your website, and we are going to use block editor. Maybe like I said earlier, in the nearest future, I'm going to be releasing some other tutorial on e-commerce that we'll be doing with Elementor and maybe any other page builder. But for this being the first e-commerce tutorial on my channel, so I'm going to be using the block editor. So, and I'm going to use this template here. It's a brand store. So as an e-commerce store, so I'm going to use this template here. So we click on this, just click on this DNK. Don't bother doing anything here, just say skip and continue. Leave everything as default and then say continue again. This place where it asks you for all of this, don't worry about it, you don't need to fill it. Just click on submit and build website. Okay, so click on submit and build website, and this should take maybe 1 or 2 minutes to get to 100%. So we need to wait for that. So go get something, get your snacks, get a drink, and relax while we wait for this. So 17%. All right, so all the plugins we need to walk through the website and the media, the pictures and all of that, they are being created right now. Okay, the style, the footer, the header and every other thing. So we are almost there, and boom, 100% we are done. Okay, so congratulations, you've gotten your first website. All right, so we go back, just select this as we have done like the last 2 times. Delete this and go back to your dashboard, and if you look at your website now, okay, so we have a new website. So you can see this now. But if you look at it, it looks messy and kind of useless. It still doesn't look like wait for it, let it load. So it still doesn't look like this. So but at least we are getting something, right? All right, so let's continue. Now once we have this done, now what happens is that there are some things that were used for building these stores that were not imported, or probably are no longer there on the new version of WordPress. I don't know. So you need to include those things and do some of these things by yourself. So some of those things got messed up, and you need to kind of do them again. All right, so we need to do something. Now this is what we do. If we look at this site here, we have our menu. This is a menu, this is the primary menu, we have a secondary menu, and we have all of this. And if you see here, we have them as well, we have everything, all of that, but it's just the look that is not okay. All right, so what do we do? What we need to do now is to create some pages and and rearrange the website. But this is what we are going to do. Let's go back to our guide. We are done with this. So but before we do all those, don't mind the way the website look now. The first thing that is more important is for us to do this WooCommerce setup, because WooCommerce is the is a plugin that will enable us to sell to the world. So we need to do WooCommerce setup first and forget about the look of the website. So what do? Go back to WooCommerce, and if you look at this place, we have 6 steps to take. Click on this, and we go through the 6 steps very quickly. Okay, loading up, loading. So we actually need to run through this very quickly. And all right, so the first thing here is to insert your address. I do not have a store basically, so I'm just going to use any address. So I'll type in something like something that just came to my mind. I decided to use for this tutorial. Just say 5051 cadastra zone. Okay, Gerki. Okay, so then, and this is it's a country and region. I'm going to type in Nigeria and Abuja. Nigeria, Abuja. So city, I'm going to type Abuja. And of course your admin email, which already is part of the website. So you just hit continue. So you say whatever, all this one are just advert. I say no thanks, I don't need your advert, just do what I want and leave me alone. Then which industry does your store operate? For me, like I told you, we're going to be working with a fashion store. If you look at what we have here, so from even the time we were installing, you saw that it's going to be a fashion store. So fashion, so pick your own, and if you don't have it here, click on others. So I say continue. All right, so I'm selling physical store. If you are selling downloadables, maybe ebooks and the rest, you pick that. All right, so we hit continue. And after that, it says tell us how about your business. How many products do you plan? I say 1000 plus, because I don't want anything to limit me later on. So currently selling anywhere, I say no. And then I'm not setting up for a client, I'm setting up for myself. I say continue. Add recommended features to my site, I mark it out. Say continue. And it's asking me to choose a theme. I already have a theme installed that is very great, so I say continue with my active theme. And once that is done, the first aspect is gone. Alright, so let's wait for it. It's still loading up. Okay, so the next thing is to add my product, and it is done. You can see that it's marked out. Why? We imported a template and there are products that come with it. So, but does that mean that we're not going to do this? No, definitely. So what I want to do now is just to show you how to add products. Yes, there are products added, but I should show you how to add products. So what do? The first thing we want to do is go back to still click on this product, even though it has been added. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So say add manually, and we're going to add just two products, basically two products, nothing more. So now what I want to do, I have some pictures of an Italian suit I downloaded online, so I'm going to use that as an example. So you give your product a name, Italian suit, and here we have two. Just dismiss this, you don't need this because I'm here to guide you. So now we have this is long description, and there's another description down here called the short description. So I'm going to say high quality Italian suit for men. So sorry, space here. Okay, so I can copy this now, and so this one always show like immediately on the first page. So then when the person click for details, that is when they will now see this one. So I can put that same thing here. Then I can add other things like may of 100, so 100% cotton, so okay, 100% cotton great for any occasion, like that. You can put in any other details that you want about the product. I shouldn't be telling you this is something you sell, so you know much about it. So go ahead and enter your details there, and then we're going to make it simple product. And that's why I say I'm going to show you two products. There's something we call simple product, and there's something we call what is it called, variable products. So if you click on this place, there are other one, grouped product and all that, but I'm going to talk about simple and variable product, which are the major types of products. So it's going to be a simple product. And then here, why do you have two prices? Your regular price is the normal price of the item. Are you getting it now? But in case if you look at most of the techniques guys use, on all these store, you see that you have two prices. One is striked out, and it's like, they are giving you discounts. So you can do something like that. So let's say the Italian suit is supposed to go for 33,000, but we are now selling for 29,999 naira. So that means we are giving some discount. So this one will be striked, and that is what that means. And then once we do that, all of this, you don't need to work, you don't need to, the only thing you can do here, give it an SKU. Maybe let's use something like this. It's like JMAT 58, that JM, like a kind of identification number. That is what this inventory means. And then if you want to manage stock level, that means you want it to show how many numbers of this stock is in store. Then when it's low, it will tell you that this stock is low in stock. But if you are always going to sell, this product will always be available, you can mark it out. So you understand? And so we can mark it out. But let's just use it as an example and say, okay, we have 100 of this in store now, and once we have 5, notify us that is low. Then of course, shipping information, you can put your shipping information here, weight and all of that. So but for this website, basically you don't need shipping, because if you are going to use shipping, it's going to cost you some other things you need to pay for. So you just make the shipping free, so that whenever you are selling, you already had your shipping cost to it, so you don't charge for shipping. So I know we work on shipping here. So then all of that is all you need to do from here, and that is all. Then you come to this place here, it says categories. So you can see the categories here. These are different, those categories you saw on the home page, they were created automatically from this thing we did. So but you can add your own by just clicking here, add a category, but I'm not going to add any category. So since we already have men here, I'm just going to select men. But if you want to add a new category, let's assume you are not using all of this, all these are not suitable for your business, you can go ahead and delete them. You can even delete all these categories. How do you do that? Come to categories here, and then you see the categories, and then you delete them. So for me, I'm going to use this, and just, or you can leave them and add more if they are useful for you. So I'm choosing men, and the next thing I'm doing here is to go ahead and put my product image. So I'm select set product image. I'm not going to library because it's not there, so I'm going to go to upload file, go to my computer, and look for those pictures of the Italian suit that I already have here. So I have them here. This is suit 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to click here, select the 3 of them, and I'm going to click open. Okay, so they will be imported. Okay, so this is the suit. So which one is going to be on the product page? I'm choosing this and I say set product, but the other two will be used as gallery image. So you come here and say add product gallery image, and that is how, when the product has more than one images. So I'm just going to add this one. Hold down your control key, and click on the other one, that is 2. Then you add it. So you have it now. We have 3 of them. And then once all of that is done, what do? You simply click on publish. Okay, so publish, and that is published. Now the next one, which is a variable product. Before you can create a variable product means the one that has different colors, sizes, shapes, depending on what you are selling. It starts variables. So that is what that one is talking about. So but before we can do that, we need to create what we call attributes. So I'm going to click on this attribute. I'm going to open it in a new page so that I can quickly create the attributes that will be used to describe the other product. So I'm going to be creating, there are some images I've downloaded there. I'm going to show you. So we have color and sizes. Okay. I guess this is done for us because we imported a template. So we have some sizes here, but let me show you how to create that. All you need to do to create an attribute is just come here, give it a name. You understand? Is it color? Is it size? Is it what comes to mind again now? Model. Let's say maybe it's car model. So like that, you pick, and then you come to variation. This here, variation swatches. You select the type. Is it a color? Is it a label? Is it an image? And then you leave this one and say add attribute. So then when you have done that, what you need to do next is configure items. So you configure the items, and that is where all these ones come in. You understand now? So I'm going to click configure items, and then you pick, you create all the different colors under that product. Just type it here. Say for instance, let me show us an example. If you say let's say you say red, and then you come here and say add color. Okay, so red, then you add the color. Let me see this one here. Okay, all right, now let me say something. One plugin that is needed, I want to believe, is here. Let's go to plugin and see the plugins that are installed. Let me click here, open this in a new tab. Okay, loading up. Okay, let me see. While I'm checking, ordinarily this should show us to choose color here. So maybe what I'm going to do is go back to the variations go back to the variations and actually create another one, create another variation. I'm going to name it is color, but I don't want to use this because it's like this was not defined correctly. So I'm going to say new. No, let's say I'm just going to spell the color differently. That way I'll be able to differentiate. I put this color, and then I'll come to this place. Default ordering is there. I'll say select type is going to be color, so it's going to be color, and then I'll say add attribute. So you can also change the shape there. You can change the shape to maybe circular, or maybe you know, maybe you want it to be rectangular or circular. That is that shape there. So I'm looking to this other one that I just created. I'm going to configure items. Say configure item, and so you can see this now. This is what I was saying. So because since I've set it as a color, it should show me to pick the color here. So if I say, let's say this is red here, so probably that color there was chosen as an image or something, and that is why it's not showing us to pick a color. So I say this is red, I pick red color and let it be there. So you can see, that in the other one there, it is not showing color, so it was not selected as the type was not selected as color. So I'm going to come here and say this other one, say blue. So like that you can create different colors for this. And like I was saying, the shape, what the default shape is rectangular, and that is why you are saying that the color there is rectangular. So the color there is rectangular. So if I change the shape, so let me say let's assume I go back to the variation, and then I decided to edit this new color of mine that I created. If I decide to edit this and make it in circles, change the shape. I can change the shape to be in circular form, and those colors will now appear in what? In circle. So size, which is optional, so you just update like that. So that is the way you create all of this. So for the other one, I'm going to use the size. You understand? So I'm going to use the size. So now that we have this, we need to now click on add new, just to show you how to create variable product. So let's say I'm going to say this next one is ladies okay, it's still loading up. All right, so this one is going to be ladies cotton wear, ladies turkey gown, basically. Okay, so ladies turkey gown. So I can copy this and bring it here, and for the that is for the long description. Now I can say what is happening? Okay, so I can say high quality. Don't mind me, I'm repeating the same thing because I'm not into this line. So high quality, let me paste what I have there. Turkey gown for ladies, so blah blah blah. So 100% cotton, I don't even know. So let me just 100% cotton, just put it there. The description of your product, so don't mind my description. just put this and then come down here and come and put it here as the short description. Then once I've done that, choose the category, which is for what is for women. And so now, before we treat the prices, we need to choose the product type, which is a variable product. So once we change that, you can see that this changes. So you can give it an SKU, you can say JM. Since the other one was 58, we can say this one is 59. And then once we do that, the shipping, the same thing. You can decide to manage stock level, but since I've shown you how to do that before, so let's skip that. Then we go to attributes. The attributes are already there. So come to this place, say let me use this color, and I'm going to add. So you can say this now. So if I had not created that now, I will not be able to use it here. So it's going to be visible on the product store page, and it's going to be used for variation. People need to select the type, the color, before they can use it. So here you now see those options. So you select the one that is applicable to this particular product, and then once you are done, you say save attribute. You understand now? So the next one we have done for color, the second one we do for size, and we say add. So you come here, it's going to be used for variation as well. So you pick the colors that are applicable. You can create 100 colors, but you pick each product. When you are creating each product, you pick the ones that are related to that particular. So let's say for ladies gown now, I want 38. I want these are large, extra large, or let me remove 38 and just use large, extra large, and medium. So medium, large, then extra large. So we can say save attribute. So what this means is that whenever someone wants to buy, they need to select the color and size, so before they will get the price. So come to variation now. Once you are done with that, so you say add variation, you just come here, you say go, because if you say create variation from all attributes, what that means is that you're going to have blue we have medium. So it's going to create different variations. You have blue medium, blue large, blue extra large. You understand? Then red medium, red large, red extra large. So I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is just click on go, and then it will create this. I'll now say let the person tell us blue, because I only want to use blue and red for the variation, so they can choose. So blue with any size, so that is a variation. Somebody can choose blue and choose any size. So I'm going to click here. What picture will be displayed if the person is choosing blue? I'll click here and set the image. So I'll still go back to my upload and get those images from my system. So okay, so all right, I saw it just now. Okay, so I'm going to use these two images for that. All right, so for blue, if the person picks blue, set this. And then what is the price for blue? What is the regular price? The regular price basically is let's say this gown goes for 12,000, but if you are buying the blue, okay, let's say I'm selling for 10,500. okay, is in stock. You can set the description, the shipping, and all the rest. So we are done with that. So you say save changes. Okay, so we can click here to take this up. So Okay, let's bring it down. Then I want to expand this particular one here. I'll say I'll close it. I've set everything that I need to set here for blue, so I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to add another variable, another variation. Add another variation, say go. So, and this other one now should be red. The person choose red, and any other size the person will choose. You still, they are all the same price. But like I was saying before, if you are choosing to create from all variations, you're going to create red, medium, red, large, red, like that. So I don't want that. So I'm going to say red, and for red, if the person is buying red, this image should show there. And how much am I selling red? Maybe let's say red is more expensive than the blue. Okay, so regular price is 12,000, but for this red is 11,200. Sorry, 800. I said it's more expensive than the blue, and the blue is 10,000. Okay, yes, 10,500. Okay, so it's still okay. All right, so we've done that, and you set any other thing you need to set there, and that is it. So we are done with this. We have these two different types for this product in stock. So then product tags, nothing. Then product image, the main product image, if maybe on the product page, what should it show? Let it show this one. I think this one looks a bit elegant. And then I'll set the product. So you don't need product gallery again, because it's going to show the different type for the different type of the product. So that is how to add a variable product. You can see that the process is a little bit different from the simple product. So we click here and publish. So that is done now. So let's go back to WooCommerce. So we go back to WooCommerce, and then we can see the next step, which is what we should be to set up our payment. I'm going to be using Paystack, and that is why, because I'm going to be using Paystack, there is a plugin that I need to install. So let's leave this like this, and then I'm going to use this tab here and go to plugins. I'll go to plugins, and then add new. I'm going to add new. So I'm going to look for a plugin called okay, this is still loading up. If you just type Paystack, you should see it. Paystack. So you can see it there, this payment form, but this is the one we need. Paystack WooCommerce payment gateway. So we go ahead and install this, and then we activate. So once we've activated this, then we need to create a Paystack account. We need to create a Paystack account, and then we can bring there's a detail that we need to bring to payment. Come to payment here. Come to payment on the WooCommerce tab here, and then come to Paystack and enable it. So enable Paystack, and then we can do what? We can now set it up. You understand? So you need to create a Paystack, and that is the next thing we want to do now. Let's save changes, and then we go ahead and set it up. And then we simply go to Paystack, paystack.com, my browser. Alright, so this is paystack.com, and this is the payment gateway that will enable you to collect payment from your customers on your e-commerce store. So either here or here, all you need to do is just create an account, and I'm going to put you through how to do that as well in this video. So let's quickly go through it. I think this is still coming up. This is still coming up. All right, so click on create account. Create a free account is free. So I do have a Paystack account. So I'm not going to be doing everything with my personal information. So I'm going to be using my wife's detail to create this, just to demonstrate to us how this is done. Okay, so here on the setup page, the first thing we are asked to choose is our country, which is already there. For me, is correct. So for now, Paystack only supports Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa. That is, the merchant should be from these three countries, but they can accept payment from anywhere in the world. So but for any of you watching me outside these countries, and PayPal is allowed in your country, you can actually use PayPal, which is even much easier to set up than this. So you don't need to do all of this. So I'm just going to come to this place. The business name, I'm going to make it Jmart Fashion Hub, just to say. Okay, since I said I'm going to use my wife's detail, let me use another name. Okay, so let me use this first name. I may have to blur some of this out, so just fill the details as you will fill any normal form online. Okay, so then email address, okay, so then the phone number, then of course password, okay. So once you do this, then are you a software developer? No, I'm not. So then you click on okay, what type of business do you own? Startup business. If it's registered with corporate affairs, that is for Nigerians, then you click on registered business. So but let's just go with startup business, not to waste our time, because this is going to ask us some other information which will involve uploading and all of that. So let's just go with startup business and say create my account. So email verification, an email will be sent, then you need to click on that to verify. Let me quickly do that. Alright, so I'm in the email. This is the email we just received from Paystack, so I will just click on this and quickly verify this so that we can continue from where we stopped. Okay, so your email address is confirmed successfully. You can log in, so we go ahead and close this and open my browser. Then we go back to paystack.com. So these are the details we entered. Then we say login to your account. So what I want to show us is that okay, so we have this. Say your business is in test mode, so you can start using Paystack right away to activate live payments, submit your compliance form, and the rest, and all of that. So now these are the information that you need to fill, and you must ensure that all these are they are all check marked: your profile, your contact, the owner details, and then the account details. So your description, what do you do? Of fashion so then staff size 1 to 5 people. Then industry, of course, it's is commerce, buy and sell. Category is physical goods, and of course it's a starter business, so you can take up to 2 million, and then you go ahead and save. So that one is settled. Then we have this, so we go to next. So contact email, you can actually put this there, but you can also change it and put your website email, that's your admin email of the website. You can put in your email here, and so then support, you can still, or you can leave this as general email and put support here. Put this other one, that's your website email, so that when people want to communicate with you, they communicate with that. So but for now I'm going to use general email. So but you can always provide that. So dispute, so that is why I say use the email of the website. So for support and dispute, if customers have any issue, it won't look good to use this other one, this your normal Gmail. So then your website, then which is not compulsory for now, so but I'm just going to put wp dot okay, it's wp demo dot could be dot com dot ng. Okay, so like that. So you can add your Facebook, Twitter handles. So office address, so the office address is also Nigeria. So choose an option is in Federal Capital Territory, and this is Abuja. Street address, you can use the same thing that we used on the website, 5051 cadastral zone. Okay, so cadastral zone, so I can cut this one. and bring to this and save. Okay, so once I've done this, I can go to next. So now for the owner, the identification, then so this place is going to ask us to upload proof of business address. So fill in these details here as well and then submit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log out of this account and then I'm going to log into my own account. So pick this and log in. So you can see here is in live mode and then that one was in test mode. So now what do? You need to come to this place after you must have done everything that you need to do and you pass all those details. So I'm going to come here. I have about 2 or 3 businesses added here, so let me go to this one. So this is store link. Okay, so now once you have done this and you have ensured that okay, let's go to compliance. I want to show you something. So compliance, everything here should be what should be marked, check marked. That is what we need. Okay, so now what do? Once you have done all of that, you come to this place and you now come to preferences, and then you come to API keys and web hooks. API keys and web hooks. This is what we need here. So this is live, and of course if you come down here, we have the test. We have the test secret keys and test public key. So this is what I'm going to copy now. Okay, so then I'm going to come here and manage the pay stack setup. If you come here and click manage, so here pay stack test mode is still enabled, whatever. So so what do? Enable test mode. So that is what we are going to do now. But when you are ready, you go ahead and pick the correct thing. So let's come to this place here, test secret key. I'm going to click here and copy it. So I'm going to blur it out. So test secret key, I come to Gmat, then I'll come down here. This is test secret key. I'll paste, go back to this place, test public key. I'm going to copy it and come back here and paste. Okay, so let's see. So in case pay stack is not enabled, although immediately you enable it there before you come to manage, it is going to be enabled. So payment options here, so let it be pop-up. Please make it a pop-up. It shouldn't redirect them leaving your website. Let it be pop-up. So this is test. So you can come here. If you look at this place, enable test mode, if you click here, so it will now ask you for live secret key and a live public key. So but for now, let's leave it as test mode. So what I'm saying is, after you have tested and your website is okay, you've tested the payment. I'm going to leave it as test mode so that we can test the payment now. So once you are done, you can come back and get your live secret key and public key and bring it there, and then you can start receiving payment. So once you have this, so additional paystack gateway, no, you don't need any other thing here. So that's that here. Just go ahead and say yes, enable payment via saved card. So if the person allow that you save their card, so next time they won't have to enter the details, and that is why your website should be secured. So as you can see, mine is secured. So if you are using Truehost like I'm using, so you shouldn't have this issue. And if you run into this issue, there's a video on this channel that talks about how to fix this. That is under there's a video called Getting Started with WordPress. So we treated this on that in that video. So once you've done this, I think almost everything that WooCommerce asks you to do is done. So let me see what else do we have here that is asking us to do. Alright, so now that we are done with the payment setup and all of that, the next thing now, which is like the biggest, another big part of this tutorial, is to create our home page. Because if we still look at, despite everything we've done, the home page still remains the same like this. So we need to create a beautiful home page like the sample we have here, and make it our home page. So let's go ahead and work on that very quickly. I'm going to make it very fast. So let's go to pages. Okay, so on the pages tab here, all we need to do is scroll down. The first thing I want us to do is delete this home page that was imported with the template that we did. So we need to trash this one. Okay, so that is trashed, and then we can add a new page by clicking here. Okay, so add new page. So one thing again you need to note is that these other pages here, the about and contact us, there are two other pages. So you find them in your pages list, and then you can edit them. So you can edit them, because if I decide to create those two other pages, this video will be too long. So wow, all right, so now on this page here, give it a title, and that should be home, and of course, okay, so at the top here, this is fully loaded. Okay, so okay, this is not properly loaded. There should be an option at the top here, so let's wait for it. I can see it's still loading. All right, so now it's fully loaded. So now this place here, this I, so you need to disable the title. Okay, so the reason for that is just to ensure that this doesn't show on the page that you have just created. So you need to disable it. and of course come to your content layout and select full width content. Okay, all right, so now that is done, then we start building. And let's take a look at what we need to do. This is what we want to get. All right, so let's move on. So the first thing we have is this one here. All right, so what we need to do here is click on this and then type in cover. Okay, so we're going to use this item for that. So as soon as you pick this, click on the upload button. Click on the upload button if you don't have the picture. So let me click on this, and then we go into my system storage. All right, so I need to look for the image there. So I think I'm going to put a link in the description of this video so that you can follow along if you want to create exactly the same thing, you know, so for instance, look at this image was the image that I downloaded, but you can see first I had to remove the background, then I had to kind of crop this place out to ensure that this aligned to the edge of the website. So this is the one I'm using. I'll pick this, so you can see that now. All right, so then one more thing I want to do here. Now if you click on this cover here and then you actually click on this place and say show row settings, so the first thing you need to do here is make this a fixed background. If you look at this place, if you scroll, it's scrolling with it, so you make it a fixed background to ensure we get the same thing like this other one. So you can see that it is fixed. All right, so that is that. Then overlay, the overlay, we have a color right now is white, and I want to choose I think this was what we used there. Okay, yeah, okay, so this is what we used there. Then the opacity, we can make this 60. All right, so we have it like this. Then this title here, we need to kind of let's remove this, scroll down. Okay, this is a paragraph, so we need to remove it. So then click on the cover itself and then pick a title, heading. So type heading, then I'm going to change this one to H1, and then I'll come here and just copy this. Okay, copy this and paste it here. Okay, so we have it like this. So then what color? The color is white, so we do the same thing. Go ahead and highlight, and then text, we say white. All right, so that is that. Then below it, click on this again, and then another heading, and this time around I'm using H3. Then come back to this place and copy this, copy, and of course bring it here and paste, and do the same thing to this, give the text color white. All right. Okay, so once we do that, the next thing is the button. We have shop now and find more. So down here, click on this and you can just type, okay, we have button here, but if you don't have it as one of the options, simply type in button, type button here, and then you can get it, button, and then you just type in shop now. Then all you need to do is come here and say duplicate. All right, so you have two. Then this other one, I'm going to highlight this and say find more. Okay, so now click on the first one here. Okay, I think this one is like this. So all you need to do is come here, include the link. Where do you want this shop now to go? Probably I think that should be the page, the everything page, the everything page. So okay, let me open let me right click here and say open in a new tab so that I can get that page. So click here and the everything is pointing to the shop page. So store this shop page. So all you need to do is point to this view, right click on it and say copy link address, and then you can click here and paste that here, so that if someone clicks on this shop now, it takes them to what, to so it takes them to what, to the store where they can shop for anything. Then you can link this to another page, I don't know, depending on you, and you may decide to use one. All right, so now for this one the color is okay, but for this we need to change some things. So the background we have white, while the text color we have black. Okay, all right, so we have it like that, and I think that is just everything we have on that page. Okay, so as you can see, all right, so we move on to the next section here. So this one is done. Make sure this is set to full width. So if you click here, make sure it's set to full width. So make sure it's set to full width, let it be on full width. Okay, so we are done with that. We come down here. Meanwhile, let's make this a little bit bigger. So if you come down to this place, minimum height of cover, so you can put this as say 490 or 480. Okay, so we can have it like this, so you can see what we have there. Let's take the next one, and the next thing we have here is this here. Since this is just a sample, I use the same thing, but this should be different, and all these things should be like saying different thing. They are just like the services, extra services that you offer. So but just for a quick demonstration, I use the same image. So you can change your images. You can go to flaticon.com here, and you can search for whatever, maybe logistics, you know, whatever you are looking for, and get icons from there. So let's go ahead. So what do we do here? Click here. I'm going to use something I call that is called info box. Just type icon, type icon. Okay, what is happening here? Let's just search all. Okay, so let's go ahead and go down. Okay, all right, there is a plugin that should be here. I don't know, maybe it's not there. Let's go back to pages here, and let's go to plugin and say installed plugins. All right, installed plugins. Let's see. Okay, all right, so we need to install a plugin. I actually thought that was imported with the plugin, so since it's not, let's go ahead and add it. And I'm going to paste, I'm going to copy something from from our text here. So copy this ultimate add-ons for Gutenberg, basically. So just you can search for it. So I'm going to paste this here. So you can see it there, Spectre WordPress Gutenberg. So we do what, and say install. Alright, so it's installed. Then we activate. We come back here. What I want to do now is just hit publish here, and of course I'm going to open this down so that we can follow up as we continue to work. I think I'm going to close this one now for this, since we're no longer using this. Okay, so let me see how it looks. Okay, so we have it like this, still loading up. Okay, good. So this is what we have now. So I guess it's looking good. So let's refresh this so that the new plugin that we just added can take effect. Okay, so that is refreshed. Okay, so now that is refreshed, we can now scroll down here and click on this, and so you can type in here, just type icon or info or whatever. So if you type either icon or info, so you should have this info box here. So like this is what we want to use. But here basically I think before we insert this, I need to actually insert columns. So let me remove this basically, sorry. So let's remove this and put in columns first. We put in columns. Okay, click on columns and then set it to 3. Take this and make it 3 of equal size like we have there. Then inside this we put in our info box, and this is what we're going to do. We work on one, then we just duplicate into this other one. So for you, after duplicating, then you can make changes. So if we click on the first one here, the info box, and then we click here to show more row settings. So here, the first thing we need to do is put our icon. But before then, let me show something here. So under the content here, the prefix, this place where it says prefix, you discover that on the sample page here, so we don't have prefix at the top here, so I removed that. You just disable this and the prefix is gone. Then for the icon, come back to this place, icon source, click here and say image, and then select your image. So I'm going to bring this again now, and I'm going to upload that image. I think I'll just try to see okay, the ones that are necessary here. So what and what do I need here? I'm going to use this CTA later, so let me just pick it now. Then aside that, I'm going to use this as well. So let me hold down Control key and pick that. Okay, so this is the one I'm looking for right now. I pick that as well. So which other one? So let's just do these things and save time. Okay, so okay, I think I'm going to use this as well. I'm going to use this. So from, okay, I would need this. I think I would need this and this as well, so that we don't have to come back here all the time. So I'll just say open, and they would be imported. So as they are imported, okay, so the basic one I needed is still coming up. Okay, so this one is what I pick, select. Then you can see the position of the image, above title, below title, so you can set this. So I want it above title, I'm okay. And I'll come here, and the size, I can reduce the size here. So you can reduce the size here. Okay, so then the title, I can now type in the title, and then I can copy from here, copy this, bring it here, and paste. Okay, go back to this place, what is under, copy this and bring it to this place as well. Just highlight this and then paste that there. So meanwhile, we can pick the column here, the column itself. So I want to select column, select the column itself here. Then if you look at this place here, we have the color, the background for the column. So I can come here and say background, and I think this was used. Yeah, okay, so this was used. And then for the text, this text coming into this place now, we can actually come to this one here, pick the we pick the info box itself, and then we can come to the colors. So we come to content, and then we come to the title, which is the title color, set it as white. Pick the description color as well and make it white. Right, so once we've done that, we can now duplicate this. We can say duplicate. This comes down, and then once you have it like this, you can then drag it and bring it into this place. So everything is there, but you know, the column here is still white, and the content is white. So click on this column and then make the background the same color. Okay, that was the entire row. I clicked on the entire row, so let's make it white. Let's do it. Let's take the column itself, pick this column, and then this is the column, and then I say the background should be this. Okay, so we can duplicate this as well again. Take the icon box and then duplicate and drag, scroll up and drag to this place. Shed. Okay, that was coming above, so sorry, pick this and bring it into this place. Okay, so that is done. Then we come here and pick the column itself and give it the color that we want, the background color, make it this. Okay, so we have it like this. So this is just what we have here. So I'm not going to do this here, so what you just do is pick all of this one after the other and then replace with the content that we have there. So select this and paste. What is happening? Okay, this was not selected. Go ahead and remove this. Do the same thing for this other one. Then the details, you do the same thing. So I'm going to leave the details to save time on our video. Okay, so I'm going to paste this. Okay, so we have it like this. So guess we are done with this. Okay, so the next thing here, I just did a kind of different categories. What is happening? This page is actually hanging. Okay, all right. So don't mind my system. So this, I just use this as different categories. So if that pleases you, we can, let me just show you how we did this. So how do we do this? Just to show different categories, so that when they click on it, you can actually link them, so that when they click on it, it takes them to different categories of items. So you can say, so what do you use for this? Simply click here and click on, type in that icon again, and then use icon list. So all you need to do here is pick this here. If you click on this, you can actually select it like this. So we can come here and duplicate. So that's 2. Go ahead and duplicate again. That is 3, and the last one, duplicate again, and that gives us 4. So now we need to come here, and then we set the so we need to come here, and then we just click on the entire column here, and then come to this place. Instead of vertical, put it as horizontal here. Okay, so like this. Then here we can say hide label. Hide label. So but before then, we can come to this, each of them, click this, and then select the icon. Instead of icon, change it to image, and actually select an image for that. So that was why I brought in something like this. So let's say this one is for so let's say this one will go for men. So the men category should have this. This other one, which is for women, change this to image as well. So for women, we can have maybe should we have this? So we can have this. Then the other one here, which is accessories or bags, whichever one. So I guess we can use so all these images came with the system, the import, so you can remove them, can delete them. So but I'm going to use the bag, and then for the last one here, probably the everything else. So okay, that, let's just say this one is for the accessories, or probably shoes. Let's just say those are the main distinct categories. And then look at this place here where it says disable link. You mark it out. So if you do that, you will be able to link each one. So you can click on this one, for instance. Let's say this is for ladies. So let's go to this page. So let's say for women, if we click on this, so we can copy this here and then bring it here as the link for things concerning ladies. Bring it there, and where is that? Okay, click here, and then we paste this, so like that. Then for label, all we need to do is click on the entire this thing again, and then we can say hide labels. You understand? But you can see that they are smaller now. Also, we need to change alignment, align this to center. Then we can now come here and say the size we can increase so that it will fill the page like this, maybe like this. Then you can go to phone, click on this setting for phone, so and reduce the size. Come to this place, let's scroll down. Okay, so for phone, click on this, so you can set the size for the entire stuff. Okay, so I want to pick this and then set the size for phone, so I can reduce this, maybe 35, just to ensure that it comes out well on phone. So you link each of them. So let's go back to our system view and continue. So we are done with this as well. Let me see, is there any other thing? So there is nothing, just the only thing is the border radius that we have around it. So if you want to use that, you can use it as well. So, and this is the border, so you have this border, make it just 1 or 2 like this. So I don't think there is need for that radius, it's just you know, but if you want it, you can put it here like this. All right, so we can have something like that. And the next thing we have here is this heading here, where we have featured items. So featured items, all you need to do, come down here and then click here and choose heading, and we're putting this, let this be at h2, and then I think it's also full width and is aligned to center. So we can just copy that, copy, and we bring that here. So now the background, if we pick the item itself, this block, so look at the background. The background, I guess, is this. Okay, while the text itself, is what color? Okay, white. So but you can make your choice, include any color of your choice here, and that will be all for this place. And we move on to the next one. So we'll move on to the next one, which should be the product, the actual product itself. So come back here and then click here and say product. So I'm going to use unpicked products. So click on unpicked product, because on the home page you don't expect all your product to show up. Take for instance, if you have so many, you have like 200 products, you won't click on all products, so you select the ones that you want to show. So I'm just going to pick like since we don't have much, so maybe I may pick everything, but I'm just showing you so you know how to pick what you want. Pick those products that you want to display on the home page. Let me look for those ones that I created. Okay, so we have the Italian suit here, we have ladies turkey gown. So I think that is all. That is okay. So we click done, and then you can see them displaying here. Then on this other side there, you can set the number of columns. Perhaps maybe you look at mine here and you say that these are too big for you, so you can increase the number of column here to 4. So, and then you can have it like this. So like this, and every other thing, maybe the things you want to show on each of the products, the ones you don't want to display, you can mark them out from here. So we have them like this. And after the product, the next thing we have here is this call to action here. This call to action that says up to 50% off ladies wears, or maybe you can even say on all products. This is just a call to action, just to make people to take action quickly. So you can come here, and what we are going to use again is that cover that we used earlier. So we just type in cover, and we pick this, and then we go to the library because I've already uploaded that. So we're going to use this one and put it there. And of course we're going to make it click the entire this thing here and make it a fixed background as well. So like this, and so here is a paragraph. So you can change it to heading here, and then you can just paste that here and align to center. And I think it's black, right? I think it's okay, it's white. So you can change the color and then add a button. So click here, say text color, make it white, and then after that go ahead and put in a button. But instead of that button, something just came to my mind right now. Maybe let's update this. Now instead of just doing exactly what we have here, what if we try to create a kind of a sense of urgency to make people to take action? So I'm thinking maybe let's use this one here and go back to our dashboard. So go back to our dashboard, go back to plugins, and we say add new. Add new, and then just type in here, type counter. Type counter here, then we should have options. There are so many of them, so I'm not really recommending so let me say countdown timer. Sorry, we can use countdown. So we need a countdown timer. So countdown timer is what we need. Alright, there's one I used before. I don't know, I can't remember, I didn't plan for this, it just came to my mind. Can just say timer. Let me see if I will get one here. Okay, so this is the one I was looking for. Okay, so we can use this one. Click on install Ori timer. So just to create a kind of a sense of urgency to ensure that customers take action. So once you've done that, so you can see it here, Ori timer. Click here and say, you can see all campaign, add campaign. So we don't have any campaign before, so we just click on add campaign. Okay, so is it going to be one time? So we can say give it a name first, and I can say CTA. So I can say it's going to be evergreen, it's going to be there all the time. So I'm going to use evergreen. If you want to use one time, that means once that date comes, it will. So but here I'm going to say it's going to end in 2 days, maybe 15 hours. Then let this one be 59 minutes or 58 minutes. Okay, let's make it 59, and let this one be 51, like this. So method detection method is going to use cookies and IP address to know that if this person has visited before. So it will restart. So once the person, maybe let's say restart the next visit. Yes, each time the person come again on the next visit, so that is when it will restart automatically. So that is it. And then we come to the okay, let's go to appearance. So the appearance, if we come down to this place here, you say timer digit. We can give it a color since we want them to hurry up, so let's use red. So timer label, all this one, I think we can still put them as yes, let's leave everything as red. So, and then the heading that says hurry up, say ends in, we can say ends in. So it means it will now be like let's say what we're doing, okay, up to 50% off ladies wears. Then here it will now be ends in, then the timer will be there. You understand? So that is the idea of what I'm trying to do. Okay, so and then after that, what else do we have here? Then the call to action is going to be so shop now. Let's make it shop now. So shop. Okay, so something like this. Then we'll put the URL, and that URL, let's say should we visit? Okay, so let it be that everything page. So this everything, that is the shop page which we copied earlier. So you can copy that and put it in. So the store, copy the store address and where is it, and paste it here as well. Okay, so I think that is all. The background for the button, I think we can make it blue, since our website has been using blue, so we can make it blue just to ensure that it rhymes together. So once we do that, okay, so once we do that, we can publish this. Okay, so this will now give us a short code which we copy. Go ahead and, okay, this is still loading up. Okay, so you copy this. Okay, right click and copy. Okay, so we can now go back to this page. I don't know if we updated before we left here. Okay, so let's refresh now. Let's refresh. Okay, so it's refreshed, not fully loaded. All right, so go down to our call to action. Okay, so below this here, click inside there and go ahead and look for short code. Type short code here and then you just paste this in. Paste that code in. So I think that is all. Once you paste it, just go ahead and update. And if we look at the sample website, I think that is all. You can add more, but this is just a sample. So that is all we have on this. So let's go back and, okay, we have updated. So we can now view this page. So let's view this page again. So I guess we now have something like what we saw on the sample page that we've been following. So you can see now that we have this top, then after that, okay, sorry, so we have this sticky looking really pretty good. Then we have this, then after that we have the featured item, we have the product, and after the product we have this call to action. So take a look at this now. So this looks good. So you can see this. So what's happening here? We should have a button here. Let me see what is happening with the, let's look at the appearance. So the call to action, okay, so we didn't show button, so we need to show the button and then we update. So update this. Okay, it's updated. Then we can go back and refresh this as well. So we should have a button here that says shop now, so which people can click and it will still take them to our shop. Everything is still just to ensure that people do what? They shop on our website. So okay, so once this is done now, so pretty much we are getting there. So now the next thing is for us to work on this top here, and work on our header and as well as our footer. So I think that is just all we are left with. Work on the header and the footer, and then we are done. Okay, so let's move on. Then how do we do this? Because if we still go ahead and look at our website, let's use the this one, and then go to our home page. If we scroll down here to go to our home page, the current home page now, okay, we don't even have the home page here, but if we click on the logo here, it should take us to the home page of the website. So, and you can see that this is still what we have here as the home page, not really looking nice because we've deleted the home page that came with it. Alright, so the first thing we need to do so that we can see our progress as we go is for us to set this home page that we just created as the home page of the website. You understand? So if we go here, go back to dashboard, so go back to dashboard, and for us to take this last part, everything we need to do, most of them are under the customization. So we go to appearance and we say customize, appearance, then customize. Appearance, then customize. Let's wait for it to load. Okay, so we can see a preview of what our website looks like. Then the first thing for us to do, like I said, is go to our setting, go to home page setting, go to home page settings, and instead of this that says instead of this place that says your latest post, we change it to static page, and then we select the page, select the page that we want to use, which is home, and we publish. Hit publish, so we can see that now, and then we go backward. Alright, then what next? Scroll up here and let's go to our header builder. So but before we go there, let's go under the general. Let's go to general option and say colors. So under the colors here, the only thing we want to change here is let's look at our content background. our content background. So click here, and I think we use this. So let me scroll down here and see how that is playing out. The content background, I want to be sure I'm correct, the background used on that place. So we set the site background as well to the same thing. Okay, so the site background, it seems no, not this, so it should be this. Okay, so this was what was used there. So good. All right, so this is the background, this marketing, and let's take a look at the content background as well. Change it to this. So this is the color that was used there, and we go ahead and publish. So if you look at it, we're already getting the same look. Okay, so that one is done. I think we use the same background for the footer as well. So if we click on this, click to edit this, that will be under the footer. So the footer here, then we are going to design. So it's the design that we want to change, and we're changing just the background to this as well. And publish. So we can see that now. So the background for the footer is also changed. Let me see, I hope it's the same thing. Okay, so it's the same. We have it like this, so like this. So that is fixed. So we have this like this now. All right, so we are done with this. The next thing we want to do now, take note of this. In case, if you take a look at this place, all these are menus. The quick link for her, for him, and these are just, this is a widget and these are menus. So all you need to do, because I will not be doing that here, is look at this here. We have widget. We have a widget here, which if you go to that widget, you discover that what is there is a menu. So this is a widget, this is a widget, this is a widget, and this is a widget. Then below we have the copyright, and then we have HTML on the other side here. So you can see, so the widget one has just loaded up. We have a menu there. All you need to do is go and look for this menu called quick links, and then change whatever you want to change there. So you change whatever information you want to change on the menu. The same thing happened to this and every other one. So that is how you get these items here. Then for the copyright section, if we click here, you click on the copyright section, you can go to design as well. The color there was black. If we look at the sample here, so that one is black. So you can if you can change the color to black. Let's look at background color here, and then we can change this to black, so you can see it here. So this place where it says powered by JMat, that is the HTML we have here. If you like, you can remove it, and if you like, you can leave it. But if you look at the sample here, we don't have that here, so I took it off. So let's just do the same thing by removing this. Remove elements from this grid. So you remove this, and then you have just your copyright like that. So we can publish this. So scroll up here. Alright, so we go back to the header now. So I think every other thing is done. Go back to the header. Okay. Alright, so if we look at this place now, the height here for the header is 80, and if you increase it, you see it's going down, but if you reduce, you say that this moves up. You understand? Okay, so we reduce this to about 30 here, and then let's go to design here and take a look at the background for the header as well. The background, so can change the same background to the background of the website. Okay, so that is done. Let's look at this top here. There is above the header here, above this header, so you can say the height is 40. The height is 40, and what I want to do is to reduce as well. I want to reduce it to 30, and design, I want to got this bottom border border size, I put it to 0 because I don't want anything there, and then I'm going to change the background as well to this. So once that is done, I'm going to publish this. Okay, so this is good. Now for all of this, you can work on them each one. Like all these ones, these are menus as well, so you can change the menus if you want. As you can see them here, we have this site logo, title and logo. We have the primary menu, the secondary menu, cart, that is the cart icon, and then the account icon. So you can rearrange them, change if you don't like what is there. So and maybe for each of this menu as well, maybe in case you want to change the name of the menus, then you can do that by going to your primary menu and editing it. Take for instance this everything here. If we want to change the name, we can come to this place, go to primary menu here, so we can go to configure menu here, click on this, and then you can see this menu here, which is the primary menu. You can see edit menu, and you can see everything. You understand? And it's taking you to the shop page. So let's assume you want to change it. You can go ahead and change whatever you want to change here. For instance, maybe it's just everything. You can say shop. So you can say shop if you want to change just this. And if you scroll down here, click on it, and so you can see is going to the store, is the store page that was inserted there. So you can add more item and you can remove. So you can see, like I told you earlier, these are category, product categories. These are product categories, you understand? So these are product categories that we have here, the one for women, for men, and all of that. So whatever you want to do here, you can change and then save. So I'll not be covering that here. So that is how you do work on this. Then let's go back to our logo here. Go back to site logo. So on the header, we have the logo area. So if you look at this place, say enable on complete website, that is a transparent header. So you can enable this on the entire website. Okay, let it load up. So once that is done, we can now go to the logo for the transparent header. Okay, this is still loading up. Meanwhile, while it's loading, we can just come here. So you can see the transparent header here. All you need to do is click on change, and then from our media library, I uploaded it the other time. So this is it. We just put this there. So you realize that immediately we enable the transparent header, you discover that this one now has covered the top. This one has moved to the top. You understand? It has covered. Is now, this picture is now covering the back of the menu, just exactly what we have here. You understand? So we get exactly what we have here. Okay, so that is it. The header is also coming up. Okay, good. So the logo is sorry, not header, the logo is coming up as well. So here we also change this logo here as well. Change it to the same logo that we have here, and that is that. Okay, good. So it's coming up now. The next thing we need to do here now is the logo width. Now this one you need to set it for the mobile, especially the logo width. The way it looks here on the desktop, I think it looks okay. The logo looks okay here, so I think it looks okay. But should in case you want to increase, you can always come to this place here, and maybe you can make this 160. Okay, so sorry. So in case you want to increase that, so like that, you can make it a little bit bigger or smaller. But if we look at this place, if you change this for tablet, so you can see that so for the tablet, you can see what we have here. You can see that we have this is how it's going to look like. So you still need to change this, which is this logo. So you can change this as well. Change logo, put this for so it's still the same thing. We can crop this, and that is for the tablet here. Okay, so we can say crop image, and then we get a good logo here. So it's going to be like this, you know, the menu will be stacked. So alright, so that one is done. And if you scroll down, okay, when there's another logo down here, so we fix the same logo. I put in the same logo, and that is done. Then we go back and change this. Let's go now for the mobile phone. So you can see how our website looks on mobile, which is quite great. So we need to scroll to the very top. Okay, there's something I just saw here. Let's just see how it looks like. So you can see this, you know, we change this setting for mobile to ensure that it comes out well. So, and I'm glad this is looking good. All right, so let's look at the top here. Let's go to the top here. I'm not seeing the top here, so what do? Let's come here and reduce this zoom. Okay, so reduce this zoom so that I can see the top here. So scroll up now. I'm still not seeing it well. Can I reduce further? Let's make this 80. Okay, good. So I can see the top now. So here, the icon here, if you feel it's too big, we can go ahead. You can see logo width is 120, so we can make this let's say 80. No, sorry, 80. So we can make this 80 like this, and of course, you know, the menu will be stacked like this. So that is it. The background here, this white background, you can also fix that. So you can also fix that. So now the next thing is let's go to site icon, and the site icon is what you see at the top here, like this. Look at this vector icon.com. This is flat icon. You can see this site icon, this green one. So you can put in your site icon from here and say select site icon, and I publish this. And what I'm going to do is, let's take this back to 100. Let's take this back to 100, and okay, go back to let's go back to desktop view. Well, I don't really know why this happens on this abstract theme these days. So what I'm going to do is take it back and then reload. Take this back and then reload. Go back to customizer so that we can finish that site icon. Go back to appearance. Okay, go back to appearance and go back to customize, and let's just finish up the last part there. Appearance, then customize. Go ahead. So far so good. Let's reload this as well. While that one is working, let's reload this, and then you can see what we've got. I think we got exactly what we have there. So we are setting up our site icon, so that should be under site identity. Normally go to site identity, and you can see site icon. So I don't know why it was disappearing. So so you can just come here normally and just go to site icon and pick you can see I uploaded a cart the other time. That cart logo here is what I want to use as the site icon, and you can see it there. So this is how it's going to be, and I'll just hit publish. So that's it. Okay, I can see something here. I don't know if you are if you can observe that as well, but in case you don't, look at this place. We have white as the background of the column. I mean of the entire column. We have all this column, then the entire section here, the background is white, and that is not what we have here. So the entire place is just the same color. So that page, the home page, okay, look, it's still opened, we've not closed it, so you can quickly make changes here by clicking on this place. So click here, so you can select this, the column, or the entire section I want to pick. So we can click here, yes, click here, so that we can pick the entire column, and then we can click here and say show more row settings, and then the background here can be chosen as this. So that way you have it like this, and then you can update. Good. So let's go back and reload our website one more time before we round up this very long tutorial. Okay, so we have it like this. It's still not looking the same way. Okay, so the color of the entire row is correct, but it seems this one for the column, for each of the column, is not yet perfect. So let's go here, click here, select the column one by one, and so come back here and say background color. Which one was chosen? Was it this? No, this is dark. No. Okay, so it's this. Okay, so I think this is what we have there. So go to this place, select the column, and change the background to this. The same thing to the last one here, and go to column and change the background, to this, and it's perfectly fitting in now. Already this one work, this column, background, and this. So good. So now we have it like this. We can update. And finally, let's reload this and see. Alright, so we got the perfect look for this. One more thing I want to do before we exit before we conclude this is for us to test, and I'm going to use one of the products we added ourselves. Please note that all these other products can be deleted. You can remove them, since these are not what you are selling. This is just a tutorial, and like I said, if you want to practice like this before you do your own, you want to get exactly the same thing, I'm going to leave a link to all these images that I used. I'm going to leave a link to them in the description of the video, so you can go there and do what, and download the product. So I want us to do something. I want us to do a test. Let's say this suit here, let's click on it. You can just click on add to cart, but before then I want us to see how the page looks like. And this is the Italian suit. This is Italian suit here. So you can see the pictures here, and if you scroll down, we had about 3 images there. So we can see all the images of the product. So let's assume I decide to add one of these to my cart. I decide to add one of these to my cart here, and you can now see my cart here, which I can decide to click here and say I want to check out. I want us to test the payment gateway. So this is the payment gateway. This is the payment, the order page. If you go down here, you can see that our payment gateway is already here. So you can use your debit card, your credit card. So you understand. So now, but before we can do that, we need to fill in our details here. So let me see, my name is James. Put in my other name here, and company is optional. I'm in Nigeria, and my address, I'll just say let me use this one here, just fix it in automatically, and then I can put in my phone number here. Let me just use this one. Then my email, not the website address, because I'm logged in, so it picks this. I'm going to put this my email address here, and no other notes. I'm not having any other notes, so that is that. And my total is this, so I can go ahead and place order. So once I place the order, I should be redirected to payment page. The payment page should pop up so that I can make my payment. Okay, this is taking longer, and this is because of network, so it should come up. Okay, so good. Now if you remember, we are still in test mode, and you can see it there. So you can just pick one of this bank card, let me say success, and then I can pay 29,999 naira, and this is successful. So the payment is successful. So now once you are done with the website, you can now go back to the setting, the area where we set the payment stuff, and then you can change from test mode to live mode by pasting your live secret key and live public key into that place by going back to the setting, and then you can begin to receive repayment. Now when customers order like this, where do you see that? All you need to do is let's go back to our dashboard and see that in a minute before we round up. Now if you come back to your WooCommerce, under WooCommerce, if you go to WooCommerce, so you can see order, you can see orders. We have one order here now, so you click on this, click on orders, and you can see the order from the person. So if you click on this, okay, still loading up, so it has finished loading. We click on this and you see that it's processing. So here you can see the order here, the details, the address, and all of that. So this is what you use to probably ship the item to the buyer. So, and as soon as this is completed, you know you have delivered this good, then you can come here and mark this as a completed, and then you update, and you've been able to successfully sell something on your store. So I want to believe the tutorial has been so helpful up to this time. It's really a really long tutorial, so I want to encourage you to smash the like button on this channel, on this video rather, and subscribe to the channel if you are new here, because I upload this type of tutorial and every other tutorial from time to time. So for now, I want to say thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in another tutorial very soon. So that'll be all for now. My name still remains Bolaji James, and this is on Kobe Media Network. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.